Welcome to Certara Talks. I'm Dr. Suzanne Minton. I'm a director of content strategy at Certara, and today I'm talking to my colleagues Miriam and Pete. So let's meet them and learn a little bit more about them. Miriam, would you like to go first?
Absolutely. Thank you, Suzanne. My name is Miriam Tramer, and I'm a vice president at Certara in the pharmacometrics team.
Awesome. Welcome, Miriam and Pete.
Yeah, thanks. So I'm Pete van der Graaf. I'm senior vice president and head of QSP at Certara.
Awesome. Delightful to be chatting with both of you this Friday morning. We had a great time a few weeks ago catching up at the ACOP 14, the American Conference on Pharmacometrics annual meeting. It was in Maryland and it was great. So I thought we could chat a bit about some of the highlights of the meeting. Miriam, you and I were served as coaches for the ISOP Trainee Communications Challenge, which I thought was so much fun. Can you tell us a little bit more about that experience?
Yeah, absolutely. It was, as you already said, it was a fun session. It was great. It was really wonderful to be part of the mentoring of the students. It started off with a boot camp where the students for the first time presented their work to, I believe, 10 coaches it was, and received feedback. And then we had one-on-one sessions prior to ACOP to help the students reshape their presentations, because as we all know, we learn the quantitative skills during our PhD studies, but communication is always a challenge, especially if you need to communicate to a different audience. So it was just wonderful to see how all the students did a beautiful job listening to the feedback from the coaches, updating the slides, and then really accelerating through their talks. I think they all did a beautiful job, and so looking forward to seeing this session to continue. And with this, I also would like to thank again the Journal of PKPD and to really sponsor the prizes for the students.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Miriam. Pete, I feel like if there's been one theme of 2023, I think you could say it's artificial intelligence. And I know that you gave a talk about the use of artificial intelligence in quantitative systems pharmacology. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I did. So I was lucky to be part of a session on innovations in model-informed drug development, MIDD, and I was asked to cover the topic integration of quantitative systems pharmacology, QSP, and AI. And it was a great session. It was full house, and it was incredibly engaging. There was lots of discussion, lots of questions during the session, and also afterwards. And what particularly resonated during the session, also in our demos later at the Certara booth, was the use of AI to link QSP models to the prediction of clinical endpoints, which is really kind of opening up a whole new opportunity for QSP to really kind of use our models in later stage clinical development.
Very exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing how that technology evolves. Miriam, one of the neat features about the ACOP meeting is that it incorporates the SIGs, the special interest groups, and I know you're part of that. How did that go this year at ACOP 14?
Yeah, so I think this year at ACOP 14, we had a very unique setup that the organizing committee organized a joint SIG session. So at ISOP, there is a clinical pharmacometrics special interest group, a mathematical and computational sciences group, a QSP, as well as a statistics and pharmacometrics special interest group. And all these four groups had a combined session, which really highlighted the interconnectedness of the quantitative approaches in our field. And I think this was one of the highlights this year.
Fantastic. One of the reasons I was hoping to talk with you, Miriam, and you, Pete, is that I feel like you're kind of in the world of modeling. There's two sides of the house, right? There's the world of mechanistic modeling, which that's your world, Pete, and Miriam, I know you're a pharmacometrician. That's an empirical approach. So Pete, ACOP is an unusual meeting in that both of these sides of the family come together. Can you talk about how this was featured this year at the meeting?
No, it is. ACOP is a unique meeting, and in the world of meetings that cover modeling is my favorite meeting, and it's really for the reason that you just described. It really blends pharmacometrics and mechanistic modeling very, very well, very balanced, and that means that pharmacometricians and mechanistic modelers kind of meet and talk and think about how we can actually work together rather than kind of live in parallel universes. So great meeting.
Fantastic. I agree. ACOP's one of my favorite meetings as well. Well, it was great talking to both of you. Thank you so much, Miriam and Pete. You've been watching Certara Talks. I'm Suzanne Minton. I'll see you next time.